Are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the New Orleans Saints. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Bridgewater on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
He's going to air one out. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Rams are going to take a first quarter lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, good move. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Hey, 50.
Second down, Bridgewater. And this will be incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Aaron Donald in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now a draw as Goff gives to Gurley. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Mark Barron in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Fielded just inside the 30. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
76, tell him. 76.
Gurley again here on 1st down. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back live now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And he comes back with 1 complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. In on the tackle, Alex Okafor.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
And he fires one that's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Here we go.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. After the run, Goff going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Teo in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they get him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And Josh Hill has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. 1 play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Aqib Talib, there to stop him.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
To throw is Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw, Bridgewater. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. So the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again they run with Gurley. And some room to roam now. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Gone. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they'll get this down to the 10. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. On 1st and 10, Goff. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And give him a full 10 yards there, 2nd and goal.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Todd Gurley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. And his kick is good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the Rams have got it back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick. Right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Bridgewater now. Gets it to Meredith, complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Bridgewater to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Here's Thomas Morstead now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Taken in at the 22. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Rams getting set to go now. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
DC. Hey, 5.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff, escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
This is taken at about the 14. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the Rams have got it back.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with the...
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a hole.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all was to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Lux with the extra point, and that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six, we'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit.
Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And got a man. It's Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Goff now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. He's at the 50, the 40, 30. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Trying to get it to Woods. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. On third down, Bridgewater. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up fourth down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's caught. It's Thomas. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these...
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Cameron Meredith, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. And again, it's Bridgewater. He's got it. So they convert the two. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a two-score game. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a two-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Another carry now for Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Man, he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Goff now looks to throw. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They go play action here on first down. He's going to let this one go, and this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 26. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be, well, we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Demario Davis there on the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now it's gone. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams add on to their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Shedding the tackle. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action.